Our next guest has an extraordinary story. His career was struggling in the 1970s in America, and unbeknown to him, he had become a huge star in South Africa. There's a film all about this amazing story in Searching for Sugar Man, and he is, who I welcome now, Rodriguez. Welcome to our show. It's great to see you here. So you recorded 2 albums in the early 1970s.
Yes.
And then you seemed to sort of disappeared. What happened? Did you stop making music?
Well, the company went under. I recorded in '71 my last album, Coming From Reality, and the company went under. And from '74 till '98, I pretty much stayed out of a music scene. But I did do 2 tours of Australia.
Right. So
yes.
You sort of managed to stay in there a little bit.
Yes.
But then, 30 years later, you were contacted. Is this right? By a South African fan.
Yes.
Who explained to you that in South Africa you were more popular than sort of Elvis or something.
Well, that's the story goes. But Steven Sugarman came to my house in Detroit, and he showed me the CDs, and he told me about these stories about the fan base of Afrikaans in South Africa. And that was the first time I knew about that, yes.
And so what did you do then? What, you know?
Well, we planned to go there, and in '98 we did our first tour there, and it's pretty amazing. The turnout was like 5,000 seaters, so from nothing to that, it was pretty...
That's great,
yes.
And late in your career as well,
very
really.
Much.
You know, that's...
Yes, I'm a solid 70, and the thing is, yeah, so for that to happen...
But for all the people there sort of loved you and loved your music, but what did they think had happened to you?
Well, the rumors were that I had demised different ways. Some thought that I had burned myself on stage. And
burned yourself on stage?
Yeah, I think
that's
it's
strange,
like...
But how could a rumour like that start without some sort of basis?
I don't know how it started. Maybe he went up in smoke, or went up in a blaze of glory, or he burned out. So maybe that was possible explanation.
So they thought you were dead and
yes.
just worshipped all this music you'd made. And when they found out you were alive, huge celebrations all round.
Oh yeah, well,
yes.
I've been down there 4 times, and it's a beautiful country, gorgeous people, Afrikaans.
Well, we've got a little footage of your first concert in South Africa.
Okay, yeah, this is from the movie, I think.
Yeah. And the film of that comes out at the end of December. The DVD comes out, and the soundtrack is out already. And in the film, Searching for Sugar Man, it shows you briefly in London in the early 1970s. What was happening there?
I came to London on the invitation of Steve Rowland. He was an actor turned music producer, and he produced my second album. And we did it in Lansdowne Studios on Lansdowne Road, and it was and we thought it was going to happen, but it didn't happen either. So this great success really comes late in your career. Was it much sweeter, would you say, the second time around, the success? I think that's one way you could put it. Yes, it's better late than never. You know. So,
yeah.
Yes.
And we're delighted to have you here now. What are you going to be playing for us in a moment?
I'm going to do "Crucify Your Mind," if that's okay.
We're looking forward to that very much indeed. Thank you very much for joining us, Rodriguez.